Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This is a channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. This is actually week 51. I wasn't sure last week, being that we have like a week and a half. So we have 3 days left in next week and, a full week here to the end of the year. So this is actually week 51. It is December 21st, 2025. This is our weekly trading plan. We're going to talk about mastering day trading this week with these proven strategies for the end of the year. Get these right. Finish the year out strong. Let's get into the trading plan. Okay, if you guys don't know, I am a breakout retest trader. I like to go where price has been before. That way, I have a confirmed target that I use. I don't just shoot in the dark. There are levels, of course, that we show all the time for the entries that we take and where we're trying to get price to. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look here. This is NQ or NASDAQ futures. With this being the last week, we're sitting here looking at this. Price is still moving within this range, this daily range right here. I did not have this adjust from contract changes clicked before. So some of my trading plans, there were gaps or things like that. I just realized I didn't have it selected before, and I did previously. I don't know what happened with something happened, but it's set now. So we have a more accurate chart now. So daily, still within this range. We're at that 50% mark. We had a weekly support level mark. Let's look at the monthly real quick, because since we have like a week and a half left. Bearish month overall. It's already put in this high. We're right in the middle of the month right now. So whether or not the price is going to turn this to bullish or bearish, we don't know. Again, we're like right in the middle. Let's take a look at this weekly support that we put in. So, very, very interesting. Why did I have this 25.5? Again, this was based off of that chart that didn't have all the contract changes. With that being said, let's go ahead and just delete this. Right now, I can. That's OBE. This is the daily equal high. It looks like it's been revisited, and we'll take a look at it in a second. I'm just going to hide this real quick. Where's the hide? There you go. All right. So bullish week last week. Again, overall monthly is bearish. Looks like the buyer stepped in. We don't have any breaker structures here. This is telling me price is still moving within this area. No real confirmations on price continuing up just yet. The beginning of the year is coming up real soon, so this may be a waiting game to the beginning of the year, coming these next couple of weeks. So, looks again at the daily. Let's put that range back on. Here's our range, even with that breaker structure there. We had a breaker structure here. High. That was low. That was a low. We have a lower low. So with that being said, again, we have this area right down here. Still may revisit. Right now, it's not telling me that it's ready to continue up. Right now, we're above the 50% mark of this daily range. If you are shorting down to this area, just again, be cautious. The overall trend is up. I'm not saying the price is going to come down here. There is some inconsistencies down here. What was that? November 24th and 21st. The Friday and that Monday, Price like gapped up. It did try to come back and clean up some of that, but overall, prices, you know, we're in an upward trend. Uh, I don't see that. Mm, again, it has not taken out this equal high here, but it's come like pretty much right into the middle of this imbalance. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's put it this way. What we're looking for, price to open up. We're looking for it to go up. Look, we have a equal high here on this 4 hour. We can go ahead and mark that equal high right here. We had this equal high here, 25.8085. Well, we would love to see price at least come up into that area. It's like an equal high. Like again, I said, probably the week before. See where that opened, 25.80775, 25.808.5. So that's 0.75 difference on a daily candle. That's an equal high. So we're looking for price to come up and then continue down. It could do either way, but right now, if you're a buyer, I would wait for price to retrace into this area. We have an imbalance here as well on the 4 hour. So price will come back into here and continue up. We got right side ranges. We do have a breaker structure here on the 4 hour. It did not break this high yet though. It kind of did. Okay. So my thoughts with this, again, we have equal low here as well. Some imbalances. Price breaker structure, waiting for price to pull back into this area, then continue up. If it's going to continue up, we want to see price come back down first. To where? Daily. Yeah, right here. I want to see price retest this area right here. Come back to this 4 hour. Right in the middle of this imbalance. Want to see at least retest this area here before continuing up. Again, it can come all the way back down here. It's not guaranteed it's going to come right to just to this imbalance, but that would support what price action has done in the past. So, okay, let's go here to the S&P. So here's the S&P again. This was the range that I had set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So prior to that, I'm not sure why this is. Yeah, like I said, I did have my this was not checked, so all my contracts weren't being shown. So going with this here for S&P 500, we do have a breaker structure here. Don't have an overall breaker structure. So this being our range right now, we're looking for price to hopefully retrace and continue up. Right now, price is just above the 50% mark of the discount area. We want to see price pull back below there and put in support like on an hourly level. Let's take a look at the overall month. So for our month, and I can go ahead and hide this right now. So what we have right here is prices like right here in the middle of the month. And here, it's bearish. Overall, yes, price is bullish. You see, even here on the weekly, price has been going up. And it actually took out the high previous. So, I call it a doji. Some people don't focus on candle, but I do. Looks like price went up and came back. It almost was closed at the same place it opened. So, like there was a lot of selling though, and then the buyers came back in and took it back up. Did not quite close bullish, but a nice long wick. Here's the daily. Again, no breaker structure. Did put in support. And let's get the range back out there and drop that down just a little bit. Again, I'm looking for price to come back in below into this area. Do I want it to leave? No, let's look at the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour opportunities here, why do we have this yellow line here on the weekly? Previous week support blew right through that. Is it still valid? I don't think so. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. Go ahead and delete that support level. However, we see price did come right below it, put in support. Looks like S&P is ready. So again, it doesn't have to take off this year, but we know at the beginning of the year, this looked like it's setting up. Somebody's buying it up. You saw as soon as it starts dropping down, people were buying it back up now. So looks like the year is going to finish strong for S&P. 4-hour opportunities there. Have this imbalance here. We're going to go ahead and put a place of high probability price is going to come to. Do have this equal low here, another equal low here. This is why I don't think that it's finished. For me, price going back down to any one of those areas is even better for us, because why? That range becomes from the low of wherever price is all the way back up to here. Excuse me. So with that being said, yes, we want price to come back into this area here, or even hit these equal lows down here before continuing up. So again, we're looking for price to come pull back, get support from the previous week, and then continue up. Okay, let's go here to the Dow Jones. Okay, here we are with the Dow. We see we put in that where price could potentially come back to in this imbalance. Daily, we can go ahead and delete that. The Dow's been put in right side of range. We do have a breaker structure here on the daily. It's been still, price has been being pushed back down. My attribution to that is people are trying to, the big buyers are trying to get position. So they've been trying to keep price down so that people are selling so they can get more of a position. Again, the beginning of the year is going to come in with a bang. We're going to see what it does. So let's take a look at the monthly. Bullish monthly. Had a doji for the previous month. It's already put in its low. Open. Prices here. Yeah, where it's going to close, I highly doubt that the way the Dow has been moving, that it's going to close bearish. Let's take a look at this weekly. Only thing this shows me is price will come back into this area and probably get support. No. So this is the previous, that was the previous week's low. So that's this past week's low. Look at the daily. See, right there, that's the past week's low. We're supported, put in. We want to see support fall back in here. We do have this area of imbalance. So break structure, high, low. This is our daily range currently. So with this range here, price is already at a discount. We'll probably be looking for position. We see price is just a little bit off of the weekly support level for last week. So again, what we want to see is price to pull back. Let's look at the 4 hours, see if there's any opportunity. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Equal low right here, right? Can't make this up. Right above support. Equal low right here. What did he do with this other equal low? Came right back into this area. Let's retested this. Over here previously. Definitely here. So we want price to put it back in support. We're looking at this 4 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5. All last week was like bearish. All last week was bearish. So with that, we're looking for that support to form and for price to continue up. So we want to see, and it's looked like it's already set up for that. We want to see price just to come right back into this area, hit these equal lows, then continue up. Like on Tuesday or Wednesday, we want price to continue up from these areas. It could make it down to these areas on Monday or overnight, like when it opens in at 6 today. So we're looking for price to pull back and then continue up. So the Dow is showing strong buy momentum, and that's how we should play it and get good position on that. So did not move outside of this range yet, though. Neither here nor there. Right now, we're in that discount area where getting a buy would be a good thing. Now, where do you put your stop loss? Of course, you put your stop loss below the range. So the closer you can get to this 48,128, the better. And what I mean by that is it's a better position, less risk. Because, why just get a buy right here? If it's gonna come here, you see it's put in right side and ranges, hourly support. That's a better way to get a position probably underneath here. If we see that transition of this, let's zoom in real quick with this 4 hour. Look like we have a breaker structure here. Look like it's already shifted. Yeah, ever so slightly. So yeah, definitely looking for price to come back into either this imbalance or maybe even all the way down here to this equal low. We see the sellers were overtaken overnight on Friday, and this is how it ended. So, yeah, we're looking. Ooh, there it is, right there. There, equal high and equal low. Have I been saying equal highs for this? This is equal low. This is an equal low. So yeah, coming back down to these equal lows. That's what we want, and we want to see support set put in at that point. Yep. So that's what we're looking for. Anywhere close to 48,128, where the previous week's support was put in. We want to see price shift somewhere around that area and get a position. Then your stop loss will probably be able to be below the 48,128 and not down here. Because this is what, once, twice. The third time is going to tell us if this area here, the buyers are coming in and holding or not. We'll have a good confirmation at that point. All right, let's take a look at gold before we get out of here. Gold. Gold is really messing with us. Let me delete some of this stuff. Gold is really messing with us. I say that because it's been moving within this range for how many weeks now? 1, 2. So it was moving in this range here most of the time. Price has just been moving within this area for some point in time over a few weeks. Finally, we got a break of structure this past week. Nice, strong, bullish candle. Came back in, put in support. So this is our current. Do I dare to say even here? We do have this opportunity for price to come into this area here. Not guaranteed. Price at a premium right now. Wouldn't want to try to be a buyer. However, any time price will come below this into discount, I will probably start looking for buys. Just how gold has been moving. It's been very aggressive. It has been efficient in the past where it's come back and cleaned up imbalances or gap ups like we have down here. It's been good at coming back, cleaning those up, and then continuing up. But gold might just get very aggressive at the beginning of the year and just take off and leave some of these incongruence in the charts and in the market. But we'll see. So we're just waiting for price to pull back into this 50% mark. Looks like it's going for a new high. So our next target is 44.66. Then we have our current target of 44.35. And it's headed to it. It's headed right there. It's headed right there. So again, breakout retest. Breakout. You have a break structure. Here's our high. Here's our low. Want to see price come right back into this area, 42.78. Love to see price come back into this area before continuing up. Right now, at this bullish candle, we might get a micro pullback and then continue up, or get a full pullback and come right back into this area where I have marked the imbalance on the daily. It's also here on the 4-hour. Got a small imbalance down here. The price could potentially come back into. Either way, once it enters this 50% mark, and we see we have an equal low here on this 4-hour. So highly likely price is going to come down first before putting in support. So get ready. Just be patient. And again, top of the range, the lower it comes, the more of an opportunity we have for that expansion. So again, this is week 51/52 with only 3 days left to the end of the year. We went over our weekly market analysis for master day trading this week, and with the breakout retest proven strategies. Look, hopefully you have a lot of gratitude in what happened this year. Took a time to reflect. You want to go back and reflect and look at how you were performing, not necessarily your account, how you were performing. And then take a look at your account to see how you have grown with your trading, being more consistent, being more accurate, and see in some of those places where there can be improvement. Like maybe your Class A setups, you've made a lot of good progress with those, and you see that maybe some of the setups that you've taken were maybe not Class A, maybe they were B, like did not make one of your criteria. See where you can improve some more. And I wouldn't tell you to change your process like every 3 months or whatever. A year's worth of data points is worth looking at. It's definitely worth looking at. So this investment process channel, IMC3, we have one more week to the end of this year. I'll see you next week. Have a great trading week.